G'day YouTube, welcome to another episode of the Friday Vape Club. As always, your host Squidly Tris, back for another installment and back for another hardware review with something that I paid for so you don't have to. And today we are looking at the Kylin Mini RTA. This is a little 24mm single coil RTA by Vandy Vape. It's the follow-up to the dual coil Kylin that came out maybe a year ago. Let's dive down, let's take a look around it. I'll chuck a build in it. Let's have a look at what's inside the box and what the Kylin comes with, and then we'll jump back up top. I'll give you the pros, the cons, the price, and if I think this is worth a purchase. Alright, here we have a close-up of the Kylin Mini. So it is a 24mm in diameter RTA. You've got dual Cyclops airflow, which is smooth. So it does come in a 3mm capacity with this Pyrex glass. You do have another glass which will take it to 5mm, which is the bubble glass, but I do not like bubble glass. Nice knurling up the top and very easy to undo. Massive big fill ports as you'd expect. There you go, you've got a resin 810 drip tip on top, as Vandy Vape seem to like doing. And then underneath, you've got your gold plated 510 connection, Kylin Mini, all your branding. Let's have a quick look at the deck. So it's had a fair bit of use, as you can see. Some of the cool features, sorry about the juice. I'm not going to put a build in this, I'm just going to show you what it looks like. It's a single coil RTA, there's nothing really to write home about. But you've got this, these little holes here, they're calling it honeycomb. Lovely little drilled out air holes that encase the whole entire deck. So you literally put your coil in here. Underneath my wicks, you can see you've got some Phillips head screws that screw your coils in, and there's no little barrier here to put your wicks in. You literally grab your wicks, tuck them down inside like so, and that's how you wick it. Very simple, no juice flow control, which is cool. 24 karat gold plated deck. I think it's 24 karat. It's definitely gold plated. You got a gold plated deck in here. All right, just took my coil out, just took my build out so you can see the full 180 degree airflow that you get. And you put one leg in here of your lead and one leg in here. You can fit some pretty fucking big builds in here. The only issue that I have with this is that as you start to screw in from here, it kind of pushes against that leg and it will distort your build. So, you know, you can combat that by just putting a coiling rod through the middle of your build, and it generally helps out a little bit. But that's the deck design. You got your Phillips head grub screws there. I'll chuck another build in it so you can see how easy it is to build. It's very, very simple. Before we do that, let's have a quick look at the inside. It is domed inside the chamber to condense the vapor and give you more flavor. I found this to have pretty reasonable flavor. It's nothing to write home about, but it does get you some good cloud production and good flavor, being that it is only a single coil. Let's chuck a build in it. And here we have the box. You can see my camera. Hello everybody, I'm upside down. Hello. So this is the packaging that your Vandy Vape Kylin comes in. You've just got this plastic fucking Vandy Vape shit. I don't know why they do this. I fucking hate it so much. All right, the Vandy Vape logo, Kylin Mini, and the single coil version on the side. Usual Vandy Vape branding on the sides and on the top. Underneath, nothing really to write home about. And on the back, you get all your fucking everything you need, your scratch and sniff, your barcodes and all the information on there. If you read the back and you're into it, then pause it and have a read. I'm not really. Open her up. Underneath all this packaging, all right, you get your spare 5mm Pyrex bubble glass. Does anyone still use bubble glasses? I fucking hate it. I think they look ridiculous. As well as a resin tip you get installed on your Addy, you do get this Delrin black, sort of weird, tirey looking fucking drip tip. Not a real big fan of that. And then you do get your bag of spares, which include, what have you got in there? You got a coil that we'll use to install, which looks fairly decentish. All your O-rings, a couple of sets of grub screws, a 510 drip tip adapter, your Phillips head screw, and you get an Allen key. And then underneath, QC card and a fold-out fucking manual that no one ever really reads because it's an RTA. Why would you need to read a manual? There you go, your Vandy Vape Kylin mini packaging. There we had a closer look of the Kylin Mini. I've got a 0.29 ohm build in here, sitting on top of my Smoant Chiron. Still one of the best mods I've owned. This is sitting at 39 watts. There you go. Let's have a fucking rip. Pros and cons. Pros wise, the flavor is good. Being that it's a single coil, being that you got a bit of a reduced, a sort of reduced chamber, it does make the flavor very good. It's not the best flavor I've ever had, but as far as a single coil RTA is concerned, I'd say it's in my top 5. Flavor's good, cloud production's good, it's a quality construction. I do think that the quality is great and fantastic for a mass-produced Chinese company. The threading is nice, the knurling is nice, the looks are nice. Everything about this is good. Another pro is no juice flow control. I don't know why we have juice flow control. I have never ever used juice flow control. If you have your wicking game on point, you don't need it. I've never used it. It's always wide open. I don't see the point of having it, and I'm glad that they don't have it on this. Another pro is they seem to have fixed the leaking issues that they had with the original Kylin, the dual coil Kylin. This has not leaked on me yet. I used to have issues with the Kylin getting it wasn't condensation underneath, it was leaking. It would leak out somewhere, somehow, and you'd get a shitload of juice, and sometimes you find it running down your mod. I haven't had that with this, so they've fixed their leaking issues. Good job, Vandy Vape. Keep that shit up. Another pro, the airflow. Airflow is smooth. It's not too turbulent, it's not too loud. It's smooth, and I think that comes down to the little holes, the honeycomb holes. They say it's honeycomb, it's not really honeycomb. The little circular holes that they have, very similar to the Bonza RTA that everyone knows, that made sort of that famous, even though it wasn't the first one to do it. The only little con that I had is the screw placement, and I say this with most things. If your coil is mounted that way and having a screw in that way, it can distort your coil. So little trick that I do is just keep your coil rod in between your coil as you screw down, and it helps to stop that distorting. That's the only thing. The screw placement could have been different. It could have been perpendicular to the coil, so it clamps the flat side of your coil down, as opposed to coming in parallel. Parallel? Coming in directly at your coil leg and warping your coil. That's the only little con that I had with this. Would I recommend this? If you're in the market for a decent single coil RTA, then it's there. I mean, you could purchase it. And what would you expect to pay for this decent single coil RTA? Well, it'll set you back in Australia at 45 bucks. 45 bucks. Is it worth getting? Yeah, look, it is a decent enough single coil RTA. If you're after a single coil RTA, it's okay. It's like top 5 for me. It's not outstanding, it's not crap, it's decent. I'm gonna sit on the fence with this. I'm gonna give it like here. It's not thumbs up, it's not thumbs down, it's somewhere in the middle. So yeah, take that as you wish. A decent single coil RTA, not much more to say. Decent. Alright guys, thanks very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like, please share, please subscribe. And as always, YouTube, keep it cloudy. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.